Hi guys, today we're going to talk about steers and raising some beef cattle. If you guys are cattle people, then I hope you're excited about this. So my name is Tara Jane and I'm the author of Show Your Way to the Top. It's a book series on training and showmanship. And so it's going to talk about the first part of the book's about training and the second part of the book is more about how the show processes actually work and how to get there. So if you're interested in those books, we have a sheep one, a market goat one, a swine one, and a beef one. Sounds steers. So let's talk about those cattle. So we have a few different things when you first bring your cattle home and you're trying to train those cattle. It's a little bit different than other species, first of all, because they're very big, and second of all, because they are going to be in a sense, a little more trained, hopefully, when you get them. Now, maybe if they are your own and you've raised them, then you're going to have to start from scratch. But I'm just going to assume that you're buying a show calf and that show calf has been halter broke. Okay, so this is, I mean, you can learn how to halter break, you can do all of that, but I'm just going to assume that it's the steer has already been halter trained. Okay, so you have them halter trained. And what do you do for that first week to just bring in your training and start it all out? Just like any other species, we're talking about nailing that training that first week. Make sure that you just spend as much time as you can at the beginning when you first bring that steer home and you're working with him, you're getting him trained, and you are making an impact at the beginning. You want them to be a docile animal in showmanship for the most part. And so steers are one of those animals that you're doing a lot of work with them on just being docile and calm, okay? So how do you do that? How do you get that animal ready? And what do you do? Kind of like sheep. I keep referring back to sheep. I'm sorry because I'm also a sheep person. But you're going to be tying those animals a lot, right? And this is a big thing with steers and any cattle that you're training is you're going to be taking them and you're going to be tying them to the fence and you're going to be letting them sit for a bit of time. It helps to have something that you're doing with them as well. And so you should be rinsing them, you should be blowing them out, you should be putting any kind of conditioners in their hair that they need to have, and you should be taking care of their hair on a regular basis. That's important to do for show hair, for getting them ready, but it's a huge thing for showmanship as well, having that animal tied every day. You're also doing tying to strengthen their neck so that they can hold their neck up for longer periods of time in the showing. So all of these things are going to come together, and you teach them to be docile, so to be patient and to stand still for long periods of time. There's a lot of different benefits to this, but this is not the only step of training, so don't get hung up on tying up your steers and think that you don't have to do the rest. Okay, so how do we do this and what do we do? So the first thing is you should have a regular halter, like a training halter. You don't need to have a show halter with a chain or anything like that. It should just be a regular nylon halter that you can put all the way over their heads. And the part that you hold, this is going to be the same with any animal that you put a halter on. The part that you hold needs to be the part that goes underneath their chin, okay? It should go under the chin and then back around the ears, and then it should come up and over the nose. The part that you hold, it goes under the chin. Just remember that, okay? So if you have that set, then you're going to take that. You want to tie them with their head up and not necessarily too high if they're just young. You want to give them a little bit of room, and you want to tie it with a slip knot so you can easily untie it if you need to. Okay, give yourself some space around the animal so that if they move suddenly, they're not shoving you into the fence or anything like that. So there's a few different things with safety in that in terms of that. These are young animals, they're crazy, they are not docile yet normally, and so just be ready to stay calm, to handle them safely, and to be ready to do that well. Make sure you're wearing good boots if they step on you, and you should always have an adult with you. There's a few different reasons for that in terms of walking and different things. There's a lot of things as you get more advanced you can do alone, but you need to have someone close by or near that that you can always call on if you need them, because training a steer is going to be very dependent on multiple people.